If you have clicked on this video means I hope you are that one person who is definitely not interested in coding jobs, but you want a high package job. Is that even possible? Well, the answer is yes. But how? Well, there are some roles in the corporate industry where you require zero coding skills, but the companies are ready to pay you well. But most of the people think that only if you learn coding you'll get a job, only if you learn DSA you'll get a high package job. Everybody will be in this mindset. If you are in this mindset, please come out of it. There are roles in the corporate world where you can get high package job without writing a single line of code. That sounds very exciting, right? So without wasting much time, let's discuss what are those roles. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Jayaraj Roy. I'm presently pursuing my BTech final year. I'm also working as an intern at Unique Biotech organization. So without wasting much time, let's discuss about these 5 roles. Number 1 role is my favorite role, so don't miss until the end. So the top 5th role is product manager role. It is also called as PM. Well, PM is definitely not Prime Minister, but it stands for product manager. Now he is the mini CEO of a company. Let's say imagine yourself as a captain of the ship. Now you will decide where the ship will go. You will decide what are the features of the ship. You will decide, you will understand the user experience and you will solve the problems of the customers. Now this is the product manager role. If you think in the reality, if a company really wants to launch a product, now the product manager will decide how to take the product into the market, what are the features of the product. If there are any problems for the customers, he is the one person who is responsible for that, and he will solve all the customer problems and he will bring up the new features for the products. Now if you're someone who is interested in the responsibilities or what the information I told, if your mindset is matching this role, definitely you can apply for this role. You can start your career with this role, or you can shift your career to this role. These are the most important roles for the company, because if a product fails, definitely the business of the company losses and the revenue decreases. Now if you are that one person who is bringing that innovation into the company, increase the revenue, definitely they are going to pay you very well. So this is about the product manager role. And the top 4th role is management consultant. So imagine yourself, you're walking into a big company and the CEO comes to you and tell, we are losing customers, please solve the problem. Now you will solve the problem of losing the customers, and you will also solve some of the internal issues, whether it would be building systems, managing the people, or if there are any internal issues, like if the technical team is solving a problem and there is some problem in automation and you're solving that, leading those people, managing the people, you're solving those problems in the internal of the organization, definitely they are going to pay you well, because you are solving their problem. And if you are solving their problem, definitely the company revenue increases and they will definitely are interested to pay you high. So the unique feature in this job role is, sometimes in this role you can travel around the world, so you can explore different countries in the different companies, and that is an amazing experience in this role. And like the packages here is will be ranging up to 12 to 20 LPA. So if you are really very interested in this kind of thing, you can definitely start your career, or you can just start applying to these job roles. So the number 3rd role is data analyst or business analyst. Now I hope you are very much aware of these roles, because these are very famous roles, right? So if you're that one person who is loving to deal with data, company's data, customers data, or anybody's data, if you're really very interested, then definitely this role suits you very well, because data is really very important for a company. Based on the data only, the company's future decision depends upon. Based on the dashboards that a data analyst or a business analyst that creating, that is gonna play a very key role in taking the important decisions of the company. So if you're that someone who is interested in creating dashboards, fetching the data from SQL, and someone who loves the data, this role definitely suits you. And the package will be ranging from definitely 10 LPA to 15 LPA for a fresher. If you have that much capabilities and that much skills, definitely they are going to hire you and pay you well. And now the top 2nd role is UI UX designer. Now I hope you also heard about this UI UX designer somewhere around the corporate world. Because see, why Instagram is so addictive? Why Swiggy is so easy to use? That's the power of UI UX, guys. Now if you are that person who is interested in developing the interfaces for the applications, interfaces for the products launches, then if you are someone who is interested in analyzing the customer experience, then this role definitely suits you very well. If you are understanding the user experience very well, user friend, if you want to develop user friendly interfaces, and that makes user very well, even an uneducated illiterate person also able to use that one particular feature in your app, that's called UI UX designing. Because there are many apps, there are many illiterate people in the India. Now if you are that person who is solving that one problem, then the companies definitely pay you very well. It's all about your capabilities, your skills, and Figma is something, plays a very important role in UI UX designing. So if you really want to get into these roles, this is a game changer role for everyone who is interested in developing the interfaces for the applications. And finally, going to the top first role, that is, which is my very favorite role, that is AI automation and no code expert. Now you might be hearing this role nowadays, guys. Now this is the booming role because the person don't just need to code, he will just understand the code, he will just debug the code, he will just create the code with the help of LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini or DeepSeek or anything. So he's a no code expert. He will develop automation reports, automation projects, just because of is able to learn, he's able to use the AI tools very well. So if you know how to use AI tools very well, if you are that person who knows prompt engineering very well, if you are that person who knows the how to use the AI tools like N8N, Zapier, Airtable, these are the no code tools that are available. Now if you are able to generate the results with these no code AI tools, then definitely this role will be very helpful for you. And this is the highest paying job in the corporate industry. I'm not telling that this is the only job that pays you well, but this is one of them, because this is very interesting, because you will be solving the real world problem, guys. Because there is a system where the people are working manually, taking so much of time, accuracy problem is there, time consuming process is there. Now you enter the world, you enter the company, and you solve that with an automation, with the help of AI tool like N8N or Zapier. And now the accuracy has been increased because of that, and also the time taking process has been decreased. And because of you, as a no code engineer, no code expert, automation expert, you have solved that problem. Now if you have solved that problem, definitely the revenue of the company increases. Now if the revenue of the company increases, definitely they are ready to pay you well. So this is about no code tools, or no code automation expert. Now if you are someone who is interested in this kind of things, you can apply this role, you can start your career in this particular field. So these are the top 5 roles, guys. So if you are really very much interested, you can just start applying. So just for a revision, let's discuss about the top 5 roles. So the top 5 roles: PM, definitely not prime minister, but product manager. So if you're someone who is interested in managing the whole product from starting to the launch of the product, managing, maintaining it, definitely you can apply for this role. And the top fourth one is management consultant. Now management consultant is someone who is solving the customer problems. He will retain the customers in the company, understand the customer problems very well, and help the company to grow. And the top third is business or data analyst. Now if you are someone who is interested in working with data, love the data, predicting data, creating dashboards, fetching the data from the SQL, working with databases, then definitely this role suits you very well. And the number 2 role is UI UX designer. So definitely if you're someone who is interested in developing the interfaces of the applications, understands the customer problems, if you're able to solve that person, if you're able to solve that problem, if you're able to solve that problem where illiterate person is also able to understand the user interface of your application, then the company is ready to pay you well. And the number 1 role is AI automation and no code expert, is also called as vibe coder nowadays. So where you'll be generating the code and you'll be creating the automations just because you are able to know how to use AI tools, you know how to use N8N, Zapier, Airtable, and coming up with new innovative solutions that saves the company time and increases the revenue of the business. Now these are the top 5 role, guys. So I hope this video gave you some knowledge, and if this video brought you some change in your mindset that these are the roles that you can prepare and you can start building your career in this, you can just hit that subscribe button, because it takes a lot of time to make this type of videos, guys. I'll be managing my college internship and making my YouTube videos. That's really very, somewhat hard, but I'm trying to manage it because I want to help the students, I want to help the people to grow through my YouTube channel. So that's the main goal. So if you're really very interested, you can just subscribe our YouTube channel and like this video. Thank you for watching.